Hey guys, well, I have lost a bunch of footage. I just made myself a trip down to Wisconsin for a special occasion. It's something I had to do. It's gonna be exciting. You guys are gonna see in this video. But the other thing besides backhoes and kind of equipment like that is I'm also looking for a dump truck, or in this case, it's a dump trailer that goes on a semi. And there was a couple options that I did look at. This one here is a 1985 Kenworth, and it has this dump trailer on there, and I was thinking, hey, I kind of get a free truck out of it, maybe a future project or some kind of build or something. But I did lose the footage, but I did get the footage of the trailer. I did find that footage of the trailer raising up in the air, so I'll show you guys that option. But I'm kind of looking at it, and by the time I pay for all the rock and everything to be hauled, plus I got to move a lot of dirt around on the property, I'm thinking I might as well just buy myself a cheaper one that maybe I can restore in the future, use it now and then restore it, and everything else there. So I was kind of looking at these because it's a truck and trailer all together. Can't get better than that. Well, guys, we're at our second location. Looking at this here truck. This is a Volvo V8L, and said it was very rusty. And yes, it is. It is definitely very rusty. But I don't know, I'm looking at a dump truck. Would a dump truck or would a dump trailer with a semi truck be better? Not really sure what the deal would be. Slack adjusters are not even connected. I have to try to figure out how to climb up in this thing. Let's see if it's got any juice in it or not. I got a battery charger going. I don't know. A Volvo? I'm not sure about this one. I'm gonna pop the hood on here and look underneath here, check the oil, make sure before I start to try cranking it. It does have a red Cummins engine in there. This truck is in nicer shape than the last one, than that 85 Kenworth. That 85 Kenworth would probably be easier to work on though. We're gonna give it a whirl and see if she'll fire. Trailer's pretty rusty too. Let's see if she'll fire up. Here it is. Yeah, that's gonna be a no-go. This truck is in nicer shape, but it I don't know what's going on here. The brakes, there's nothing to the brakes. The clutch was almost down to the ground, but then I've pulled it back up. Now it seems to be working. But it doesn't even start. Probably the starter relay. But it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna see if I can climb up inside the trailer. First, you know, when you first look at this, you go, oh, this one looks nicer. But that's all plastic. It's a poly stuff liner that's in here. And the outside is seriously rusty. I mean, seriously, it's a lot worse than the other one. I know for a fact you pull that off, it's just gonna be rust and probably almost holes in there. And there's no way to test it either. I don't know about this one. Well, I did get it started. Use the old little jump start across the starter solenoid. Took a little bit. Not really, didn't crank that long. It kind of, I couldn't get the arc right and stuff kept going, rock. Finally I got it connected good. She cranked over for 30 seconds or so, but a lot of junk flew out of here. This thing hasn't been fired in years. I'm just gonna let it run for a little while, check everything. We got oil pressure. Well, we got her running. Hydraulics are up. Doing some walking around, looking at it. If I would happen to get this, I'd basically have to come down here and work on it. I'd have to put new brakes. I mean, the S-cams, I guess they cut them off? I don't know. I don't know if they cut them off or pounding them in or what they did. They're not even, the S-cams are just hanging there. It did build air. I don't know. Could be a possibility. It would need work though. Look at all the salt and calcium built up in there. Someday it would have to be all rebuilt. The whole liner inside there would have to be pulled out. There's actually bracing welded up there on the top. It's been rotten and somebody welded a brace across there. But the ram seems to be fine. It's not dry, it's a little bit wet, so the seals are probably, you know, leaking, but it's working. I don't know, I have to think about it. I'm gonna shut her down and get on to my next project. Well guys, here it is. I made a decision and bought this 410G. Had it hauled up here. My equipment trailer has a broken axle. I think it might have been, I don't know, it's 20,000 pound, it's a 20,000 pound equipment trailer, but I don't know. It's an older one. But it's a pretty big size machine. It is a John Deere 410G Turbo 4x4. Bucket's in pretty good shape. It's got a couple little dings up at the top. Nothing a hammer won't take care of. Otherwise than that, the cutting blade is really good. It's never been changed. You just loosen those bolts and you can flip the cutting blade around and then you have a new sharp cutting blade. No leaks whatsoever. There is some surface rust on stuff. The guy that I bought it from, he thinks that it was owned by a township or something like that, probably for loading salt and everything else. Just surface rust, nothing really big. There's a little bit of rust underneath there. Take care of that in the future. But yeah, it's a big size one. Has the quick disconnect for the bucket back here, so you can change buckets and everything. I don't have another bucket. I might look around and find me a flat bucket without teeth, so I can do a little bit finer details. And I might also find like a skinnier bucket too for doing just trenching. The bigger bucket would work just fine too. See, you know, if I can find one super cheap, I'll pick one out. When I went and looked at it, the hoses up there was 2 hoses, one on this side and one on the other side. They were like in between the Extend-A-Boom, and they were like pinching. I was like, whoa, when I stopped and I showed it to him, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I never seen that. And what it was those brackets right there. There's a bracket on each side. They were actually bent in, which was pushing the hoses in. The guy actually fixed it before I came down, pick it up. He fixed that and everything else. So that's all done with and fixed. I guess it doesn't have a quick connect, a quick disconnect. I thought it did. It has a big pin. I was wondering where the button was. I never saw a button, and there's some buttons. I don't know what they do, to tell you the truth. But it looks like there's a big pin. Looks like you pull that pin out and then you can rotate it out. So that's how you change the bucket. That's all right. I can get off my butt once in a while. But there is no cylinders leaking. No hoses except for the top one that was kinked in between there. You can see all the fabric gone off it. It's all metal. It's just a little hose. I'm trying to point at it, seeing what I'm pointing at, but it's somewhere in there, and it goes right to there. So it's just that little hose there. I can take that off and change that before it blows. But otherwise than that, all the hoses are good. Tires are, I would say, probably 60%, but they do have some cuts in them and stuff, some cracks. Here's a little one. This one's not so bad over in here. Front tires are real good. They got a few dry rot cracks in them, but the tread is super great. We're getting snow today. It's snowing up here. It's the day before May. But this tire over here, you can see it's got some cracks going down through it and everything else. I could last 10 years, yeah, I'll tell you the truth, but probably get it changed. The tread over on this side is not as good, so I'll probably get this one, probably get some new back tires for it. Take the inside. So up in the inside, it's really nice inside here. It's a little dirty. It's a backhoe, you know. This cover right here that covers this up is gone. The guy said it was gone when he bought it, so. But just make a cover. I don't know. Don't really bother me. I'm trying to get some heat going in here. Let's crank this heat up. It's cold, man. But the guy just hauled it. He just left a little while ago. Up in the front here, these are turn signals. So that turns turn signals on if you drive it down the road. This is headlights. That turns the headlights on. This is flashers. This here is for the windshield wiper, and it needs a new windshield wiper blade. But he hauled it up here, and it's been snowing, rain, snow mixture, and the whole windshield is just coated. The interior of it is really nice, actually. Looks like it's starting to fall a little bit. I may do something with that. Get some stuff to spray that back up in there, keep it up there and everything. So that stays all nice. Let's see here. So right here is the bucket. This handle right here. I still don't know what this button does. I think it's a self-leveling thing or something like that. But you pull back on the stick and then the bucket will go up. If you go to the right side, so if we push it this way, curls the bucket down. Go this way, curls it up. I know it has something to do with the self-leveling. That's what this rod is that comes back here. And when it goes up, yeah, see, it's self-leveling right now. So it's curling the bucket all by itself. It keeps it, okay. Is it going to stop? Yeah. It keeps it so as you go up, the bucket doesn't tip back and whatever you have in there doesn't spill back onto you. I think that's something to do with the button. I'm not really sure. So going down, it will not self-level. You have to do that manually. What else is in here? Oh, got a chrome stack that's been custom welded onto there. It's chrome. It's a little rusty. Got me a rearview mirror. Got some little binders up in here. We could put paperwork or something. I don't know. Some lights. Got a radio. Radio works. Then we got over in here. So over here is the main gauge system and everything. And this right here, if you flip this button, that takes the parking brake off. I don't know if you saw it, but I just rolled a little bit. And you flipped it back in, the parking brake is back on. This button over here is for an ether shot. So if it's real super cold out or whatever, you can give it a shot of ether. Probably, I bet you anything, the guy was like, I've never used it. I'm guessing that there's a refillable can that's on these. I bet you anything that the can is empty. Not a big deal though. I am not sure what this button does right here. I did flip it a little while ago trying to adjust the seat, and I don't know what it does. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research. This is for the 4-wheel drive. Right now it's in 4-wheel drive. Now it's in 2-wheel drive. Got your key, got your whole instrument panel with all your gate, with all your sensors and stuff. Low brake pressure. Don't know what that one is. Broken. Hydraulic oil temperature. Seatbelt's not on. Engine air filter. Engine alternator volts. Engine oil pressure. We got a gauge for our engine coolant temperature. It says conventional oil temperature. Okay. And we got a fuel gauge. The fuel gauge is all the way maxed out. I'm not sure if it just doesn't work. I haven't checked the gauge yet. I haven't looked in the tank. In here, it's that's the RPM. It's at 960, 950. And if you hit that select, it's charging at 14.1 volts right now. And the tractor has 8,909 hours. So then back here, this one here is for the seat. It's actually an air ride seat. It's good for Larry's back. Pushes and it releases air and the seat drops. Push that up there, a little air compressor runs under the seat and it pumps it up. I got in here and it was all the way on the floor. I think the guy loading it did that. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's low. That's why I was trying. I don't know what that button is. I got to figure that out. But I pushed that button and finally I pushed this one and it worked and raised it up. I'm not really sure what this button is for here either. This is your climate control for inside the tractor here and everything for temperature. I got it cranked all the way on heat right now and got it turned up a little bit. Still ain't got no hot air coming out. I know it does work. This right here I think is for the lights for the back, and I think it's for the lights for the front, I believe. Not really sure on that one. And then this is a back windshield wiper for the back window for when you're using the whole part of it. So we can turn around. So we can spin around in here, and now we're into the digging part of it, the whole part. And this over here is your throttle. So if you push this up, that increases your throttle. Sounds awesome. Good sounding engine. This one here puts your downriggers down to give you stability. So this one operates this side. You just put it down so she just touches a little bit. And then this one will do this side. There we go. Don't believe it's locked. Nope, it's not. This lever right here is the lock. Right there is the lock for driving around and everything else to lock it in that position. The left stick, this will be your boom out. So that one goes out. I think that's what they call it, is the boom. This one is your stick out. And then I think this one here over on this side, the left one on this side by side should be swinging side by side. So that's to the right, that's to the left. Got a little excited about that, hit a little too fast. So that goes to the left. We'll put it back to the right. I think the camera will see it better. And then down here on the floor is the extended boom. It's a pedal down here on the floor where your foot sits on, and you actually push forward on that pedal and it extends the boom out further so you can dig further away from where you are. And so that comes back in. The hydraulics sound like they're a little bit strained. It's just I just have it idling. And then the right stick right here, side by side, is to curl the bucket or uncurl the bucket. So that's for your digging points. So this is a pretty good sized machine. I gotta say that I am very happy with my purchase. It can be cleaned up, but you know, we're gonna be digging in dirt and mud and everything else, so it's gonna get dirty anyways, but I still will clean it up. The windows here, they do open up. You just squeeze these pins on each side, and then the window will slide down, and you can do this one, you can slide that one down, and that way you can have direct access and everything else. Windshield wiper is up there. Let's see if it does work. I do not see it working. So it doesn't look like the real windshield wiper works. I never did try that. Guy told me that all the grease works, they all take grease. He said that the bucket ones, that there's 2 on the bucket that he was going to take apart and fix because they weren't taking grease. He just never got to it. He pointed them out to me. He goes, I would get those grease ergs out and make sure they're taking grease and everything else, so that way the pins don't get worn. But yeah, I'm really happy with my purchase here. This is really going to do something here. This is going to get our plans going here, get our future started. We'll just curl her back up. There we go. And then there's this foot thing down here on the floor, right by my left foot there. That there is a that's a differential lock. So if your back tires are spinning or whatever, you can press that down and that will engage your differential and give you all of your tires spinning, so you can get out better. And then the transmission is very simple. It's basically a hydrostatic. I gotta turn off the parking brake. If you put it in forward, it goes forward. Pull this back, go in reverse, goes backwards. And then to shift gears, you just spin it. It's kind of like a windshield wiper deal. You just spin it. Right now it's in first. You spin that, it's in second, third, fourth gear. Very simple. So that's it, guys. The backhoe is here. And now I need to get to work. So I'm actually going to be heading home. I've actually been driving since 5 a.m. yesterday morning. I've been all down through Wisconsin looking at dump trucks, trailers, all this stuff. We are going to have to get a dump truck. I'm kind of thinking instead of getting another vehicle like a dump truck that I have to maintain, I have my semi, so why not get a dump trailer? Then I've been looking around a couple dump trailers, and they also come with some trucks. Then I'm thinking multiple purpose, you know. And so yeah, so it's like I could get another truck. I mean, I can rebuild in the future and maybe turn it into the crane truck, you know. So I don't know. So I'm just looking around at what's out there and everything else to make decisions. But I have to get out here. It's actually, snow has melted a lot since I've been here. The snow was almost 2 feet up on the fence, and you can actually see the driveway back there. Me and my wife Michelle, we walked out there, I think it was Saturday, and we actually walked out there and just kind of looked around at things. And as I was walking, I'd fall through and then almost to my knee in the snow. And now I'm seeing gravel. So I'm gonna come out here. I don't know if I'm gonna come out here tonight or what, but I'm gonna start moving some snow, get everything cleared off, so as it melts and everything, it doesn't make everything muddy, and see where we go from there. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as you're watching this here video. And if you're not, you can certainly try that all over again tomorrow. God bless you guys. I'll see you next time. It's a John Deere 410G. Bye.